All right, anyways, let me go live on YouTube and let's get to work. How you doing, Lance? This who where you're raging at? I don't fully understand the circle in the air. The entire background is the new game. The circle points at the werewolf, even though that has no correlation with the title whatsoever. That's part of the problem. Anyways, yesterday, what did we do yesterday? We, I think, replicated a little bit of the sledgehammer. Very good. And also realized that our damage system needs to be completely changed. Right. Or our health system. Yeah, right. Okay. Are we live on YouTube? YouTube, here we go. My Maya expired and I'm unsure if I should buy it again or suffer trying to learn Blender. Force yourself to use Blender for like a week and just model a bunch of shit that you've modeled in the past. There you go. Remodel something that you modeled in Maya. So that way it's the same thing. It's just you trying to learn the program. Yeah. And then adjusting the preferences to your liking. Yeah. Yes. That's the plan. So I'll just go play OSRS for a week. Got it. That's not what I said. Is that what I said? Someone tell me. Is that what I said? That is not at all what I said. I did not say that at all. That's what you said? That's not what I said. I said use Blender for a week, not play old school RuneScape for a week. It's beautiful? What is this clip? Someone record that. Put that in a video game. Hit up, Stick Guy. Nobody watches from YouTube, I guess. That's because the YouTube stream just started. We just got here. We're fresh off the pan. I don't think that's a saying, but let's just say it is. We're fresh off the pan. Or we're fresh on the pan. Fresh on the pan. We're cooking. Ah, fresh. Yeah. Yeah. Get it? No? Okay. All right. Let's see what we got to do. Replicate the sledgehammer. Replicate the impact sound effects / VFX. Okay. I don't know if that is replicated, but so let's find out real quick. We'll know if it's... I don't think it is, though. I don't think it's replicated, so... Okay, server... Nope. Client doesn't see it. And server doesn't see it. All right, so... Looking for sledgehammer. Okay, so hit object... The fantastic thing is that we send the hit location. You know what's really funny? Is that the location of the thing is replicated, right? It's replicated, but I'm wondering if it should trace on other client. No, I don't think so. I guess we just call it in here. We'll just do a multicast in here. We'll just do a multicast in here. That's fine. So we'll do instigator. We'll do a multicast. multi impact FX. Multicast doesn't need to be reliable. We'll send the instigator. And the reason for that is we don't want this impact FX to play. Is there a way to do this in an easier fashion where the multicast should not be received on the owner? Or do I have to send the instigator? I feel like the only way for me to do this is to send the instigator. So then that way, the reason for that is locally we play the hit event, sound effect, all that kind of stuff. On other clients, we'll play the impact FX. And then let's put location. I'm making this a function so that way we can just call the same function on locally and on the server. And that way, whenever I start making changes to this, it'll propagate to everywhere that has this function. Yeah, I'm pretty smart sometimes. Once in a while, I do some smart stuff. All right, and then what that means here, we just have to send the location and call impact FX. And then all we have to do is instigator does not equal get player pawn. That's it. That's all we gonna do. That's all we gonna do. I miss Crimmage of the Day, good times. Sound, you should put your efforts into, like, you know, I want you to put your efforts into, like, doing something that benefit, you know, like, that brings you money, I guess. Some sort of return. I know, I guess it was fun for you to do the Crimmage of the Day, don't get me wrong, right? Like, I'm sure that was kind of the incentive for that. But, yeah. In other words, the government wants your taxes. My fun has been taken away from me. I just don't want to, like, add to the whole thing. We're not talking about it, but you know what I mean. The whole AI shtick, I don't care for. I got a random YouTube comment that's like, what was the comment? It was like, can't wait to see you work on your game with AI. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where are these motherfuckers coming from? This motherfucker ain't real. I just realized I put the components thing in the wrong section. There we go. It was probably me? No, it wasn't you. Or at least I don't think it was. All right. Let's get the server to do it now. Cool. Yippee! Here, Jovix. That moment when we realized making the logic for a sound system the easiest part. There's so much stuff to find sounds for now. Yeah, especially when you make a game like this where you can like physically move objects around and shit, it's kind of annoying because you have completely different types of objects and then you have different types of interactions with other objects. Like if you throw a crate at grass, you would expect 2 different sounds to play. But then what if you throw a crate at metal? Well, go fuck yourself, I guess. Oh my god, how does a sound designer put all these different sound interactions in without making the game 17 gigabytes? Like, I don't know. Yeah. But it is what it is. Compress the sounds. Yeah, you can, well, UE automatically compresses sounds as far as I know. So or use Fmod. I know one way of making things more metallic-y is, like, I guess what you could do is you could have some generic sounds for hitting certain objects, right? Like if you throw an object at metal, it'll play the first layer of the sound and then a second layer as well on top for any sort of metallic stuff, I guess, right? Like that could be one way of kind of doing it, is doing layering. If you have grass, you just need like a grass impact noise that plays on top of whatever. Guys, it's not happening again. It was just a one-time thing. The flush was a one-time thing. We're never getting it again. We'd have to be lucky to get the flush again. So, something we were talking about yesterday on stream, the interaction for interacting with the speed thingy is a bit fucking buggy. It's not buggy, it's just, it feels kind of weird. It's not the most intuitive thing in the world. I think we were talking about, like, how could we possibly go about improving this? Yeah. What if it was just a vertical lever? That'd be boring. I like the kind of thing like this, because this is also reminiscent of what they have on trains. They have like a thing where they also have something like that. It's like a weird... It looks cool too. Plus, I don't want to use another lever again. What's bad about it? I feel like it's just the interaction of it. It's kind of like, you kind of gotta like drag your mouse around a little bit. I think it's maybe just the intricate, like, where the positioning is of the thingy. Sean, thank you for the raid. How's it going? How'd you do? I hope you had a good stream. Thank you again, Sean. Welcome, everybody. Here's the pitch. It's a co-op survival horror. You're on a train. That's about it. Yeah. That's the pitch. Anyways, how's your day going? We gotta put some stuff in here. We gotta start figuring out, like, furniture and stuff. We haven't done any of that in the project. Holy shit. Look at this unit. This is me at the gym, by the way. Yeah. Except, yeah. This is me at the gym. Yeah, I lift. Send them through. This needs a sound effect as well when you activate it. I should have sent myself through. Playing it feels different. It's a little different. Like, for example, now, my wife isn't, like, the best gamer or anything. But when she tried to interact with this, let's just say she was having a rough time. Let's just say she was having a bit of a rough time interacting with this thing. On the job, using the speed control. Is there something burning? No. It would seem the pipe has popped. Hey, Lex. Am I building this game? Yes, I am. We're just doing the daily play testing, I guess. You? I'll keep you. You're my friend. Oh, shit. Sorry. Sorry. For some reason, I'm letting go. I don't know. I got butterfingers or something. You. Control the speed. Thank you. Yeah, it's just the controls for the lever that I think is the problem right now. It's a lot of landmines. It's a lot of landmines. Slash wave from Seattle, waving from Canada, Toronto, Ontario. Toronto? I already said that. My brain's running on fumes right now. Could you fake the controls a little bit, where just the left mouse movement does it? I think the problem is that we have to, there's a thing I did for that, but I have to create like a limit of how far like the mouse can go and how far in it can go. I think, so like secretly it tries to follow the direction like of where your cursor is, or like a secret cursor. I gotta debug it because I don't remember like how it 100% works underneath the hood. This guy's stuck here. Oh, he's not stuck there. All right. Oh, okay. Hey, sorry. I see the room is taken. He can't get through the door. That's okay. All right, that's good for me. Oh, they both can't get through the door. Stupid game. I'm looking for a sledgehammer. No reason, really. Some bumpy terrain that we're currently going through right now. Oh, hey, look at that. We're already out. I think I hear something else. And that might be the werewolf. Oh, yeah. But the electricity's on the other end of the hallway. Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll leave then. Oh, this is a dead end. Oh, okay. Is that a dead end? That's a dead end. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah. Here, you... take this. Get me out of here. Game's too scary. Well, shit. Alright. Guess I'll die then. Ah! We need to fix his attack system again. That's a dead end. We also have to make this an internal mechanic where it's like you run out of stamina when you hold the door. Hey, room's busy. Thank you.
I am the rat.
That's true. Is the train stationary? Yes. I'm stuck. Oh, come on. Why does this happen? Well, I can turn the power back on. This does happen a little too frequently, so we're gonna have to fix this. And we don't have a button to unstuck ourselves. Maybe we should add an unstuck system. Although, this should just be programmed better. Honestly, that's probably like the better idea. Is this your game or are you waiting for compilation? This is my game that we're working on. It's in Unreal. Yeah, the train is completely stationary. It's just the environment that moves around. I mean, a train level like this in Duke Nukem 3D, I'm old. Dude, Duke Nukem 3D, I still remember watching YouTubers play that like such a long time ago. Is Duke Nukem 3D the one where you could put a rat in a microwave? That's the one you could put a rat in a microwave, right? Or the mouse in a microwave? That's like specifically one of the things I remembered seeing. I don't know why. Am I messed up in the head? Do I have a team? My partner does some 3D modeling. She's been learning 3D modeling. Why am I seeing false on the entire screen? That must have been a new thing that we put in, actually. Oh, is it the box? Even though I thought we changed that. I have one of my siblings is doing music, and my other sibling's also helping out. Like they're technically a design company, and they're helping out with some of the design stuff, like posters and some of the in-game logos and stuff. But that's about it. I do all the other shit, whatever else there is. Wow. Is this the thing? Yeah, I thought I deleted this. I guess not. I must have forgotten to save this physics actor. Okay. Youch. Okay. So I want to see if we can improve the speed lever a little bit. I think the big thing is so we have a little thing that I put in for interacting with stuff, although it's really, really stupid. We have a desired handle distance. So basically this is how far away we want the handle to be, which is really stupid. Let me see if I can maybe debug this. I don't remember how this actually like works. Like, oh, I remember. So if I remember correctly, this works off of, it's been a while since I've actually put this in, but it was really silly because we work this off of the drag distance. We should make a debug for this actually, like a debug location thing. That's zooming. Where is object grabbing tech? Here we go. Desired handle distance. Instead, this should just be a vector, but I'm dumb. So the target grab location, set target location rotation. We should make a little debug thing to see where the target location is. So then that way we can properly like do this. So I'm gonna make a little sphere. We'll call it handle target location. I'll make it like a red emissive, a tiny red emissive. Okay, we want no collision on this. This will be our way to properly debug how this shit should work. I should have done this a long time ago. a really long time ago. Okay. Learn the most crucial lesson in game dev here, procrastination. I'm not the most efficient person. That yeah, let's just end it there. I'm not the most efficient person. Set item dragging state. Show mouse cursor. Set mouse position. Okay, that's for something different. That's for the inventory, I believe. Set visibility grab component. Oh, that's in a different place. Okay, that's fine. We can still, I think, modify this here. Okay, so I want to do handle target location. Can I make this in world location? Location relative to the world. Okay. This would be a lot better, making it absolute location. So then that way I don't have to deal with our mesh moving around and stuff like that, which is a lot better for us. So set visibility of this to true. And then where is the section where we turn this off? Detach drag component. Is that it? Okay, and then we want to set the location of this to the target physics location. Yes. Okay, so now we can get an actual 100% representation of where the actual handle is aiming to go for, I think. So that means if I grab this, it's showing the actual location of where we're trying to aim this. You see how shitty this thing is? You see? It goes over here. So there's definitely some big improvements we can make to this. So some big improvements we can make to this. You can see when I try to drag this, I'm like trying to look down and stuff. That's, I think, what's making it so hard to drag. It's a good thing this debug is going to help a lot, actually. Now you guys can actually see like what my mouse is actually trying to do. And you can see distance when I scroll wheel in and out, what it does and stuff. You kind of get a more accurate representation of what this is trying to do. It's not very good. Should we make this like an in-game thing that players can see? Like an option that they can enable. Would that help at all with nausea? I can imagine that could be quite helpful for nausea, huh? Does it help? Not really. Like, it helps us now in the developer phase to figure out how we can improve this, right? Okay. I think we already have some improvements we can make. This only being a float is really stupid. Desired handle distance. It should be like on a set like curve or set locations or set something. Am I blueprint centric? Do I also work with C++? There's a little bit of C++ that we've been working with, but I'm by no means a professional in C++. Blueprint is something I'm a lot more comfortable with when it comes to like writing stuff and making systems and whatnot. At some point, I would like to do a lot more C++ and kind of do like a 50-50 kind of structure. But for the most part now, it's like 90% Blueprint is most of what I kind of have been doing. Just because it's just so much easier for me to read and understand. Although I'm sure once I like force myself to transition to C++, I'm sure it won't be too difficult because I already know a lot of like what goes on with Unreal. Desired handle distance. That's a stupid system. Could we optionally make it use a spline? All the tooling you made to make levels easier in SuperFire was all done in Blueprint? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it was. I don't think I converted any of those to C++. Don't think I did. I'm sure it would probably do better if it was converted to C++, but it was all done in Blueprint. Like the entire this whole wall, this whole thing that we used quite often in SuperHire was all made in Blueprint. Let me actually feed it a wall. This whole thing is all done in Blueprint, so we can like add walls and do all that kind of fun jazz. This was a very big help for SuperHire, is having these things, because it's like it's so easy to do stuff. And then I will say though, it's not like there's a lot of improvements that I think we can make. This is like version 1. I think this is like version 1. So like adding additional meshes and then fitting it into a slot. You know, this was like one of the things we did that kind of helped with putting in doorways in an easier fashion. Yeah, that helped a lot. And of course, we can close it all off. And this is all running through Blueprint. And then we can cache the transforms. And I did that because at certain points, Unreal would read certain float values and determine that it was now a new dynamic object. And so built lighting would constantly reset itself. So cache transforms kind of forced it to not do that, which was this whole system here, where we basically force it to use the arrayed values rather than it trying to determine its locations itself. Honestly, this should probably do this under the hood when we package anyways, but oh well. Like I said, this is like version 1. Or actually, technically version 2. Technically, it's version 2, so we need to make a version 3. Yeah. You know, Brad, what do I do here on this channel? Game dev? A little bit of that, a little bit of this, you know. Talk for like 2 hours and forget that I'm supposed to be doing game dev. You know, the usual. It's just another Friday. Okay. So we have desired handle distance. We should do a desired handle location, which would force the location to be as close as possible to where the mouse is. And then that would allow us to create a lot more constrained locations, I think. And then maybe we could use splines in there too. Yeah. Oh, you got a berry? Okay, we need to make a desired handle location. This uses the mouse delta. I don't know if we need to send the mouse. Like, let's send the mouse delta anyways. And then I guess we could also do mouse location world space. Mouse location world space. Or mouse in world space? No, mouse location world space. So then, yeah. That seems good to me. If everything goes according to plan, I'm releasing my project next month, and I can't wait to move on to doing another airport. Do you like doing the airports area, or do you want to just completely not do another airport? Did I ping Discord? Did I forget to ping Discord? Oh my god, I forgot to ping Discord. I did not forget to ping ping. Whoopsies. Whoops. I want to finish and do another one. You gotta show us a video of when, or if you even can. I don't remember if it's NDA or not. Of your finished airport that you've got going. Put some previews in hashtag art on Discord. I think I've seen them. Let me see. Yeah, that's true. It I guess it's not NDA, right? Am I crazy in saying, Ari, that it has the almost a little bit of the art style of Arma 3? I don't know why. I feel like Arma 3 it does this not look like Arma 3 to you guys? This could be like Arma 3 RP, right? That's the first time I'm hearing that? You don't think this looks like Arma 3? Am I crazy? The grass, maybe? I think it's the lighting. It has like an HDRP kind of look. Or it has like a, yeah. I like it. Is it the sharp edges as well? Maybe. Is that kind of like an Arma style thing? I don't know what it is, man. It's good though. Okay. So we now need to use that get desired location to basically create a kind of curve location of this around the thing. This is the plan. This is the plan. So get desired handle location. What we need to do is read from this though to then send this. What am I doing today? I think we're going to try to improve some of the like interactions with stuff. We just put in a way to debug like the desired location of where things are trying to go for the physics. It's not polish, it's improvements, okay? This is extremely crucial for the interactions of objects, okay? You don't understand. This is extremely crucial. You don't understand, this is extremely crucial. I'm now thinking instead of a select though, this should probably be going through a branch. You know what I mean? Because if this is equal, can you check if a vector is empty, or do you just do equal 0? So let's just take all of this actually, and let's put this into a function. Collapse to a function. We'll then call this get handle get physics handle desired location. So now what we can do, and cut this because this is going to be like the very first thing that gets thrown in here. And then let's just do this. This is going to be saved to a local variable. This is mouse delta, because we use it twice. And then let's also do this. Yeah, I'm a programmer. Yeah, I do this. Hit actor. That way we don't have to keep reading from the hit result, and it'll also make things look cleaner. Yep. Because here we do it here, and then we do it. Oh shit! Over here it's just reading the location. Whatever, that's fine. Whatever. But now we can just directly put mouse delta here, mouse delta here. Hit actor here, hit actor here. Cleaning things up a little bit. Okay. Now, mouse location world space. Yeah, I didn't think about world direction. That's actually not, uh-oh. How are we going to determine the world? That's going to be interesting. I guess certain things don't need to read from that. Let's just do 200 for that for now. Not a very good way to calculate that, but it's very possible that we don't actually read from the mouse location for that. So if this is equal to true, then we're going to go through and do this stuff. However, we want this to be in a branch as well. So then that way we don't do a select. And that will make it a lot easier for us. I honestly think we should just kind of read this from here because it's not that expensive to call this function anyways. And if anything, we might use that in here as well, the desired handle distance as well. So whatever, fuck it. We might need it, who knows? So camera lock mode. We actually want this to be, yeah, in the true. And then true would be this one plus this. And that would be what this does here. Gotcha. Okay. And then that would just do a return node right here. So then that way we're not doing like multiple selects. Instead, it just calculates the one thing. That's the one thing I don't like about select is it has to calculate everything, which sucks. So yeah. Any advice on learning UE? Just get yourself in there. Just throw yourself in there. Open it up. Play around with some free marketplace assets. Try to remake another game. That's about it. Foliage looks like something out of Arma 3. It does look a little bit like that. Have I tried using Cloud? No, I don't use any of that. I don't use any of that. I'm a real game developer. Rage bait? We do a bit of trolling here. We do a bit of trolling. No, but I'm serious. I'm not trolling. Okay, so we've got all of our different little return nodes. Tends to be faster to dev with Cloud, yet no one has released a successful game with it and talked about how they made their game with Cloud. So I don't know. We haven't seen it yet. I'll wait. I'll be here though. I'll be here. I'll be waiting. Have we talked about the fish game yet? Wait, which fish game? Crazy. Which one are you talking about? You a freak? Which fish game are you talking about? What the hell? Fish? How to fish mega viral? Wait. How to fish? Is this a Steam game? How to fish? Oh, it's literally right there. It's literally right there. Wait, haven't we seen this? This is the one where you shoot shit, isn't it? Yeah, we've seen this a long time ago in like I think the popular upcoming, and I was like, what the fuck is this? That's not a fish, that's a bird. I refresh and see plus 300 reviews in like an hour. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We love to see that. So this is technically incorrect, the mouse location world space, but that's okay. I'm gonna have to figure out like, how am I gonna calculate where the desired location is that a person is trying to aim for? Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. Someone commented that my game isn't really friend slop because it's not like it's being developed with way too much like detail and stuff. Oh my god. We have a gifted membership on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mohania, thank you. Thank you. I might have pronounced your name incorrectly. That might be separated in a different way. I'm sorry. I don't. There's no YouTube for some reason doesn't have any like. It's not showing me any of the capitalizations. But thank you, appreciate that. Why is my computer going crazy mode? What's going on? Okay, so if this is false, that means we're using the desired handle location. So, I guess we would just feed it the direct value then. Because we'd want to just give full control over to the object. So, mouse location in world space. Well, let's see if this could work. We want to... We want to get the direction from the center of the lever. We want to get the center of the lever. And we'll do X and Y. And then the Z could just be whatever the mouse location world space is. And, or maybe we just do... Maybe we just do the entire location. Fuck it. Like, maybe that's fine? I don't know. We want to do a find look at rotation of the start to the target. Then we want to do a forward vector of this. And we want to multiply it by 60. And let's see if that already gives us a good, interesting result. Let's see. Moment of truth. There's a moment of truth. Mouse location in world space. That is the mouse location in world space, right? World location, world direction. Use camera lock mode. Is this using the camera lock mode? Yes. So it would be this. This would be the original. Oh, I'm so stupid. I know why this is happening. Maybe it'd be a good idea that I add the location of this rather than just using the forward vector. Probably a good idea. Silly me. Evil Rex. What's happening? We're doing some controls improvements, I think. Some slight control improvements. I do think we need just the X and the Y. So we're gonna split these pins, split these pins, split these pins, and split these pins. The start Z doesn't matter. We don't care for it. And then the world location is kind of accurate, but not really. Let's see though. This should be just a full circle around the lever. If you go to the left or right, though, it goes really quick. Mouse location world space. Let's do this. How about we get the distance? Yeah, we do this. Get the distance between our start location and the trace. And this would give us a much more accurate and much more controlled interaction. Let's see. That way it starts directly at the lever. Because I'm noticing it's starting 200 units away, which is not what we want. So now the red circle should be directly right at the beginning location. We're still having a really fast... Okay, idea. We use the mouse delta to determine if you're trying to go left or right. I gotta say, this is already an improvement. I do have to hide the debug circle to kind of get away from, like, placebo or whatever. But I feel like this is already an improvement in some way. I think a huge improvement is going to be we locally save where the location is, and then we could read from the mouse delta to go left or right. Yeah, because the problem then becomes the last interacted hit result. This becomes, okay, wait, instead of this actually, instead of this, this is only a one-time call when we receive this hit. What if we constantly call the distance of where the hand is to the camera, or sorry, the camera boom? No, we should be able to do the camera. Where am I? Follow camera, distance. No. Get world location. Yo, Cat Pie, how's it going? How are you? Distance from this to... No, but we still need the distance... of the object for the initial hit. That's the annoying thing. We need the initial hit. That's not true. I think we put the hand wherever we want to. Hold on. We should have a direct reference to that object, I think, somewhere in here. Melting from the heat, but pretty good other than that. Dude, stay safe out there. I think it's like 27 degrees here. Which honestly, like, is not like... not like that bad. It's 30 in my room. You said what now? 30? I would not be able to get any work done in that kind of heat. No, it's still happening really fast. Even if we go to the left or right, it's happening really fast because I think it's just using the mouse cursor. I was hoping it could be a little bit more accurate, but... Like, don't get me wrong, it's already like a little bit of an improvement. I want to say that's still better. I think like it's still an improvement, sort of. What if instead of 60 units we do 40? So then that way it's a lot closer to the lever. I don't know if that'll make much. I think it should make a difference. I think it should make a difference. No, it's still going really, really fast. You can see how like I move to the left and right, and it like is so quick, much faster if I just go down and then go left and right. And of course it doesn't help when you inverse the whole thing either. You know, it's like in a weird spot. See, like this happens where it'll get in a weird spot. I think relying on the mouse location is annoying. Relying on the mouse location for this thing is like kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm wondering if maybe we should use this instead. Instead of mouse location, we should use the camera location. Oh no, camera won't work because we're not using camera in this context. Shit, yeah. Uh-oh. Well, that doesn't work. What if instead of follow camera, I use the... No, this would be the correct distance, I'm pretty sure. I think we have to use I think we have to use the mouse delta in here and not rely on the mouse location. I think that's the plan. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is already improved, though. I will say, like, this is already an improvement from the original. It feels a little bit more controlled. We do have to turn off the debug so we can see, like, how much of a real impact, like, real difference that we're making. I do think decreasing the distance doesn't actually help us too much here. I think we kind of want to do 60. Or maybe we might even want to calculate this ourselves. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. I do think it actually would be really nice to have the actual desired location given to the player. I feel like that actually would help. Let's try turning it off for now. Let's do hidden in game for this thing. Where is it? Where is it? Handle target location. Hidden in game. That way it just won't be visible at all. Let's see, like, can I still use it and not struggle super hard? It's a very... it feels very similar to the old version, I gotta say. Like, going to the left and right, if you just go to left and right, it doesn't really help too much. I'm sure some people are going to try to scroll this thing, like, they're going to try to, like, use it like this, right? They'll probably, like, grab it, and then probably go to the left. or the right. Like, it's doable. Like, don't get me wrong, it's doable. Not perfect, though. This one's not bad, but it's not great either. But it uses a very hacky system to make it work. It does feel a lot better. I think it does feel a lot better to use. I think it does feel a lot better to use. It does feel a lot better to use. So that's good. It is really cool seeing how this thing works. The employee handbook. Haven't filled that one in yet. That's gonna be a fun thing to do, which we probably want to do for playtesters at some point anyways too. This is fucked up though. Like, look how fucked up this can get. This, now that we have the location thing for the fuses, we can actually, I think, fix this up to be a lot better. I really think having this be an option to see the little red sphere, or like, we could improve the visuals for it. I think people with nausea might prefer this. Because it's almost like a secondary crosshair. Uh-oh. How many push-ups have I done today? I went to the gym. You're coolie. Five push-ups, huh? Alright. Alright. Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay. My arms kind of hurt. Oh. Oh, now we can see what it looks like when you do the fucking this thing. You see how shit this is? You see how garbage this is? This should also be using the system. I feel like a Jedi. I'm like moving shit to the left and right. Uh-oh. It's cool as fuck. Hit a button. How's it going? We're about to get in some bumpy ground. Brace. Brace for impact. You guys can also technically, with this, see my like direct inputs. I think we can improve the valve as well. We can definitely improve the valve. Do I have a sound designer? No, I just kind of do all the sounds myself. I am the slop designer. Here, let me help you. Whoa! I can't get in the damn tube. He's too close. He's getting closer. I think he's gonna grab onto me. Oh. I'm okay. $24 in my pocket. All right. This helps a lot, having this debug thing, man. Because then I like understand like what things are trying to do, which is extremely helpful. Extremely helpful. Is it possible to put my teammates in the furnace? Yes. Albeit heavily disadvised. Advised not to. Coffee? All right. Cool. That gives us a much better picture of ways that we can improve certain interactions, which I think is really good. Lots of improvements we can make there. Definitely one thing that we could do is like this one here. I'm sure we could also make some improvements here as well. Yeah. Let's do 60 for that one, actually. So that's really good. I think that allows us to improve a lot of the interactions with certain stuff. Like, I think the valve could have some really big improvements because it's a little bit janky at times. Especially if you, like, try to interact with it at a specific angle. That's when it'll really get fucky, which I don't think is very fun. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. This is replicated and done. 2 green check marks in 2 days? You've got to be fucking kidding me. That's a record. Wahoo. Wahoo. All right. Now what? Speed lever mechanic, right? We need to break things when we get into a bumpy track. That currently doesn't really happen. I think it also would be really fun that we start like messing with physics objects when we get into a bumpy area. Although I'm extremely interested to see if that would be very expensive on the server to have that many physics objects suddenly starting to bounce around. Would be interesting. Would be very interesting. Yeah. But that would be cool to see. Would be cool to see things bouncing around, falling off of ledges and shit. You know what I mean? Items bouncing around when we go through a bumpy track. Would be cool. I just don't know how expensive that would be. Probably pretty expensive. NPC grabbing players event. We need some vignette zooming, other post-process stuff, muffling sound around the player, horror-ish sound effects, animation state for the monster, hands out towards the player. Yeah. We do need to do a lot of stuff for this. We also do need to see, like, so this is just step one of NPCs being able to grab the player. The other step is the player being grabbed and just moved around forcefully. That's going to be another interesting task. Valve logic could be anything up and right is clockwise, down and left is counterclockwise, and it's just filling a bar in 2D. For like interacting with the valves. This how to fish game, come on, man. Listen, man, it looks fun. Dude, it's doing so well that it received a Steam banner. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's crazy. It got a banner positioning. Although I wonder if maybe they got in touch with the landfall guys. Oh, it released yesterday, actually. Now that makes sense. How much do you need to sell to get a banner? Steam really just rewards big influx of sales, right? They help people that are succeeding to succeed more. That's basically their kind of like mantra, because if you succeed more, they succeed more. Wait, this looks fun. This looks nice and chill. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, this game came out. I just saw a YouTube video of that recently. Parkour game is coming out. It's doing well. Very positive. Very nice. Very nice. Would love to see that. Twisted Tower, last I heard, doing well. From the $800 course mans. I just won't get over that. I really can't. Actually, I think the course costs more than $800. I think it's like 1,000 or something, whatever it was. I'm actually kind of interested in Zero Company. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care for XCOM at all, but I actually think I might be interested in this one. Why is it that the grenade throwing animation that I see reminds me so much of KOTOR? Why do I see KOTOR when I see that grenade throwing animation? Anybody else? Why does this look so New World pilled? Am I crazy? Something about this reminds me so much of New World. Am I going fucking insane? Anyways, enough talk. Once you hold the mouse, you just lock into that 2D logic, so the angle of the attack doesn't matter. Yeah, the problem is right now we constantly use the mouse for the thing, which is not very good. I think there is a better way of detecting the desired location that we want to control to. So that will have to be something we try to determine for sure. I think we would just want to use the mouse delta, and then we just calculate the desired location after the fact. Once we've interacted with it, we just let the object kind of figure out the interaction, like location and whatnot. All right. Okay. Dragging heavy objects should eat stamina. Let's rename this, because this just makes things really annoying. Let's rename this to holding door while monster is on it should eat up stamina. Can no longer interact with door once stamina has depleted and monster is on it. Holding door while monster is on it should eat up stamina. Can no longer interact with door once stamina has depleted and monster is on it. Let's just not put that end part. We don't need that. I think that's implied. That would be a core gameplay loop thing. We do still need a server browser, and that might be really important for playtesting, because people are going to be in different lobbies. Hitting the join button immediately just puts you in the first lobby that it finds, which is not exactly very good. Not very good. So we do need to change that. I do also have to implement the Steam join game system, and I don't know how to do that. Let me read the Steam core documentation for that. Steam Core Pro, getting started. Okay, hold on. Looking into this. Multiplayer. Friends. Inviting friends to your game. Okay. This guide explains how to implement friend invitation. A valid Steam session for most invitation features. Dedicated servers are not supported for some features. Familiarity with retrieving Steam IDs, as some features require a friend Steam ID. Okay, listening for and accepting session invites. To handle a session invite, exemplify the Steam overlay, use the game instance to listen for invite events. Gotcha. The following node triggers when a player accepts a game invite through the Steam overlay or other method. Gotcha. Execute this node when you're no longer going to receive session invite events, example when exiting a game mode. Listening for session invite notifications. You can listen for session invite notifications directly in-game. This event triggers when a Steam friend sends an invite. Is that not the same thing? Session invite accepted. Oh, received. Gotcha. Uh-huh. That would be good to implement. I know Deadlock does that. You can send session invites to friends directly from your game without using the Steam overlay. This requires the friend's Steam ID, which can be retrieved using the method described. Inviting friends via the Steam overlay. Is the game all up on Steam now? Well, the game is, you could wishlist the game now on Steam. It is public. I haven't checked how many wish lists we're at. I think we're at 300. Let me check. I think we're at 306. Big. Huge, even. Holding door depletes stamina when monster is on it, and it's a Tuesday. Unless it's the third Tuesday in a month, in which case the monster will be scared of doors. Stamina is doubled on Saturday is if the player has a 5 in their date of birth. Mods, someone put duct tape on that guy's mouth. Oh, we don't have duct tape? Use the masking tape. Whatever, man. Jeez. All right, inviting friends. So how do you directly just join a match? Inviting is fine, but how do you directly just join a game? How does that work? After retrieving a list of your friends from Steam, list all the found friends using friend list type. Make sure that you do not call this function before read friends list as returned completed. Passported sessions, leaving a session or a server, switching maps. Let's see. Let's just go to the game instance and let's just see what kind of things are there. This looks complicated? Nah. Let's see, join. Join session, join clan chat room, join lobby. The lobby Steam ID can be obtained either from a search with a request lobby list, joining on a friend, or from an invite. I think this has to be some sort of like event. Let's see. It has to be some sort of like listen event, similar to the one that we just saw. Wasn't Steam Core Pro that really expensive thing, or am I wrong? I don't remember what the price of this thing was. I don't remember. This is inventory. Don't care about that. Matchmaking. This has to be a matchmaking thing. Request lobby list. Okay. So here we have listen for session, invite, accepted, received, listen for Steam messages. I don't know how to read. Period. No, I mean, I don't know how to do like the whole like joining thing. Is that considered a session invite if you hit the join game button? It's expensive, but why do you have it? Not for Superfire, I guess? Well, no, it's for this game. for train rot. Definitely a very important thing, I feel like, for co-op games. I want to say that this is also used for when you hit join game on someone's thing, but I don't know. I'm assuming to handle session invites, to listen for invite events. The following node triggers when a player accepts a game invite through the Steam overlay or other methods. Which could imply the join button. Gotcha. Or it means via direct IP? Well, no, the session invite accepted wouldn't necessarily be via direct IP. Direct IP is a different kind of system. Finding sessions, join sessions? Well, I know about joining sessions, but we can figure this one out because we have that already in place. Or well, hosting and then finding is pretty easy because we have that built in. But allow join via presence, friends only. This is only allow join via presence. So is presence? Presence is the presence. Presence. I don't know. Via presence. I think it might be that one node, which is in this one. Listen for session invite accepted. I think this is the one that we kind of want to use. Let me whip up my laptop for this one. Let me see if we can even... I would imagine because we don't have the system set up, it probably doesn't even work right now. But I'm assuming this would be the thing we would need to get this to work. If I were to guess. Wait, turn off the sound of this fucking thing. Okay. Kind of cool that you can send invites. You can also allow players to send invites using the Steam overlay. When a friend accepts the invite, the listen for session invite event set up in the game instance will trigger. So I want to see if join game works. That would be an interesting thing to try. Wait, why is the Jagex launcher opening? Okay. All right, let's just let's hook up, because either way we're going to need this session invite accepted anyways. So let's do, we need the initialize, which is super surprising that we haven't hooked up anything to this yet. It's kind of funny. And then we need listen for session invite accepted. Listen for controller change. Oh shit, that's built into this? Oh shit, interesting. So here's my guess. This also counts as the join button. That's what I think. So branch was successful. Not successful joining. And then they're just using directly join session. I don't know why they're doing the local player number. We don't really need that. So we have two different ones here. We have join Steam Core Pro session. And then we have join session. They're both very similar. However, this one has a fail reason. So I'm assuming this one should be fine. The session password. So what I'm curious about it, let's say a friend invites someone else to a lobby, but they have a session password. How do you override the session password? How would you go about overriding the session password if you were explicitly invited? In the regular join session, it doesn't have the password, but a friend still uses the password. I guess then the process of joining, you wouldn't join the session first, then you would have to input the password in first, then it would have to do a pop-up first, and then you join the session. But find sessions on success, get an array item, join the session. In this case, when we invite or get invited to a session, we don't need to find the session. The session already exists. We're sent the information. So it's not necessarily finding, it's more so about joining at that point. I guess you don't need a password invite, so use the normal join session. I don't know if that would work. Let me double check that this is the same join that we use in other places, such as the server, or the main menu, sorry. Yeah, this we use the pro session one. Okay. That's cool. We can receive if it's a passworded session. So then we can choose if it should show a pop-up. Cool. This should work. That should work. So now what I'm curious about is if I were to package this project. If I were to quickly package this project, let me hide my screen while I do this. Let's package it, and then we'll push it to Steam. Steam! Steam! If I remember correctly, Steam prompts you for a password. I don't think that would be a Steam thing. I feel like that would be an in-game thing. I feel like we'd have to make an in-game UI for like inputting a password and stuff. This guy here, what we packaging? The game. The game. I'm just doing some session stuff, which I think will be good for when playtesters join off of each other. So that'll be good. And then ideally in the future, we do a session browser. Session browser would be a good one too. That game. Yes, this game. Packaging completed. That was a little, that was suspiciously quick. That was suspiciously very quick. Wait a second, that was too fast. That was way too fast. All right, whatever. So now I gotta rename it and then zip it up. Zip it up. It's not a play test build, but it's just a test build to see if we can use the join game button. I'm curious. Am I logged into the right account in here? Hello, laptop? You fucking... Yeah, I'm in a different account. Okay, good. So that means I can join a different session. The game, for you, those that are curious, the game is currently 1 gigabyte. Although I think that's 1 gigabyte with the PDB, the program debug database, the PDB, which technically I'm supposed to remove, is 437 megabytes. So the game is actually 500 megabytes. And then compressed, it's 500 megabytes. So I imagine compressed, it'll be even less. Yes. Yes. Session panel, a leaderboard, and a gladiator arena. Oh, wait, wrong game. Oh, my God. Okay, hold on. Let me open up. I already have Steamworks open. Let me go ahead and upload this build. Go ahead and upload this build real quick. And then we can test it if everything is working. Yes. Yes, very good. Watch Crim get banned for uploading a build with a PDB in it. No, you can upload a PDB, but you shouldn't. That's just more so like, as a developer, you shouldn't, because you're basically giving access to like a bunch of stuff, code and whatever. Is it uploaded? Let me see. It's still uploading, almost there. And then we can quickly test this out to see if it's just that one event that also works for joining. And then we'll test inviting as well to see if that works too. Now Escape is on the popular 7Cs sites. That would be a failure on Steam's part, because like there's only like 4 people that have, or 5 people that have access to the game right now. Does that mean you need to have friends in your friends list? I got friends on my friends list. I know, crazy. Waiting for the depot build. Okay, so notes. Invite/join testing. Commit. Okay. Okay, it's in. We're in. Please add this. Is this the Wii emote? It doesn't have the question mark though. All right, I'll add it. Change the emote name. I'm going to put the question mark in there. All right, fine. Oh, is that the one with the question mark? That one's so much lower quality. What happened? Okay. So now, let me show my screen. So now all I gotta do is to get the latest version, I gotta make sure that I verify. And then let me verify on this side as well, unless it already installed the update. You need an emote for Wii when it's literally 3 characters? Well, LOL is 3 characters and people love to use that emote, so what are you trying to say? LUL. Okay, so hit play there, hit play here. Failed to start process and application control policy has blocked this file. Man, Windows 11, can you fuck off? God, I hate you, Windows 11. Smart App Control has blocked part of this app. Why? Okay, how do I turn this off? Fuck Windows 11. Windows 11 is so shit. God, it's so shit. Why'd you get Windows 11 then? That's just because the laptop came with Windows 11. Disable Smart App Control? Alright, let's turn that off. Because clearly this needs to fuck off. App and browser control. Smart App Control settings. Turn off. There we go. It's not like I run anything on this fucking computer besides development stuff anyways, so. Not like I test random itch.io games. Okay, so let's, I guess, host session on the laptop. And then, oh shit. Wait, what the hell? War Dogs is showing how much profit people are making? That's kind of fucking funny. Oh wait, is War Dogs out? Oh no, that's just the playtest. I just remembered. I don't have my developer account added. Hold on, let me do that real quick actually. Okay, sent an invite. And then accept here. Okay. So now what I can do is, can I join game? Okay, join game, I think works. I think it works. Let's see, join game. It works. Hold on, let me see. For some reason, my server spawned in the wrong spot. Yes. Okay. Nice. Okay, so let's just go back to main menu then. Well, you can join, so that's good. We already kind of solved that, but can I invite? Invite to game. Play game. Yes! Huge. Never mind. I got disconnected. Okay. What happened? I picked up the sledgehammer. And then I was kicked out of the game. Interesting. Let's try that again. Was it because I picked up the sledgehammer? Or is it because of something else that happened? This laptop is getting pretty hot. Huh. Anytime I interact with anything, it causes me to be kicked out of the session? Let me try quitting the game and then rerunning it. We can hear the laptop fans. Did I change anything? By the way, really funny thing, the sledgehammer is not on the laptop side. It doesn't exist. Okay, so I grabbed the crate on the server. I don't see any reasoning as to why this is occurring. Like why I'm being kicked out. What if I whip out my flashlight? Whipping out the flashlight also causes me to get kicked out. Are we? Let me see if we restart. Let's restart the server. I'm gonna quit game on my laptop. Maybe there's something fucked up on the session. Also, I'm updating again. Was it playing two mismatched versions? My laptop is updating again, the game. It's very possible I was actually the okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think we had a version mismatch. I think we literally just had I think that was the problem. Even though I was still able to join the session. So I was still able to join the session even though there was a version mismatch. So host session, I was accidentally clicking join. That's so weird. I was able to join in, but the instant I tried to interact with anything, it failed. That's so interesting. So now let's go back into here. Join game. And now it's fine. Holy shit. That is so weird. Interesting. Yeah, we probably have to validate the version. What? Okay, that's very interesting. I was about to get freaked out. I was like, what happened? What is happening? All right. Well, that works. Good to know. Let me turn off this laptop before it creates a black hole. It's already at 81%. This fucking laptop battery is so shit. Cool. The laptop soon. Yup. It's gonna explode. Let me check if the bottom's hot. Yep. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. Let me put it on here. Up here. Okay. So that's cool. That works. That works. Very cool. All right. Very cool. Next, of course, would be creating a session browser, but we'll do that later on. I think, at the very least, having it work where you can join games through the friends list, I think is already a big improvement. Big, huge improvement. Humongous improvement. We're in one of them 3x5 dungeons. I'm lost. I guess the password thing is important even for friend sessions. Yeah, we'd have to, yeah, well, multiple things we're gonna have to do. We need a password UI thing. Not sure how often that'll get used, but we will have to do that at some point. Another thing we're gonna want to do is probably an entire UI when you want to host a match. Like if you want it to be a public lobby, or to not appear in the session browser. And then, yeah, we need the password input thingy, because we could still make a lobby public, but it should require a password. And I'm sure many streamers are going to use that. And by many, I mean one. Lyric. Help. Help me. That is a werewolf. Get me out of here. When am I planning a publicish playtest? Well, we're gonna first do private playtests. We're still in tech test mode where we're just making sure shit works. The game, I don't think is 100% there yet just for gameplay testing. But, it doesn't show the green check mark when you complete the rat task. If you need an EU frog, I'd be down to help. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. Aye. Whoa. See, that happened so quick, man. We definitely need to improve this to be a bit better. Yeah. In due time. In due time. We should probably put a light, or at least an emissive, on those on the little yield lights. That way you can see when the bumpy road's about to begin. Hold on. We're in detail mode. I know we're in detail mode. I'm in detail mode right now. I be in detail mode. Hold on, where is that? We modeled it over here. So for the yield sign, is there ever like a yield sign that has like emissives on it? Yield sign with lights. Yeah, it's all around it. All right. Sure. I guess. It also has a internal white section, which I'm down for. So let's just call that white. Do I have a white? I have white. Okay, white. Oh, that's really annoying. It'd be a lot easier if this was just there. Yeah, all right. Guess I gotta fix this up manually. I think I can just do that and then do this and then. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we can just make this smaller. And this will be the white part of the yield sign. It doesn't really look perfectly centered. Am I crazy? That top section seems more thick. And then over here, bum, boom, and boom. Okay, so that'll be white, and then we need some little emissive LEDs. They tend to be reflective, so emissive is a good cheat for it. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do like a little emissive LED kind of thingies on it, and then that'll be fine. Hello, do I have to ask? I have to ask about V1.0 release timeline? Soon, soon, tomorrow. Get your wallet ready. Get your wallet ready. Get your wallet ready. Okay, let's just do a cube, and then we'll do a subdivide, and then we'll apply it, and then to sphere. And then we'll cut off one other side here. That's the wrong side. Let me join that. And then I'm going to center this to where the red is. And then let me give that the right material. So this would be emissive. Okay. And then we want to put one in each corner. And then I think just one in each middle section I think would be good. I don't think we need more than that. This is like not in the right spot though. So wait, hold on. Let's maybe move that up. Yeah, it looks like armor, but don't you worry. Is that the parent object? It is. Okay, so we can put that in. Yield, truss frame, re-import. We got white in here. Test material white. Do I have a test material white? I do, yes, basic white. Okay, and then red, emissive. Yes. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Let's take a look how it looks. Whoop. Yeah, you just missed the playtest. We just had one. Huge one. Everybody had a key. Everybody was playing the game. You missed out, man. Everybody was in the game, man. We had a 16-player session. It was insane. 4 people pushed each other into the furnace. Like, it was ridiculous. I don't know what the hell was going on. They threw me off the train. Someone hit me with a sledgehammer and I flew across the world. Grim was thoroughly abused. We will have to do at some point a stress test to see what it's like to have like 8, maybe even 12 clients. I think the ideal max is like 8 or 6 players, but hey, we shouldn't fully limit if the game can work at 8. Please tell me the emissive works. Hey, it works! Look at that! Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it works. Help. What, you made 124 players? Don't think that would work. Don't think that would work. Like, we could, but I don't think it would work. I don't think it would work very well. Yeah, don't think that would work. The problem isn't like... The problem more so is like... I don't think the server would be able to handle all that many players. One, because I probably didn't like code the game in such a way to allow for that many players to join, but... 2, it just wouldn't work. That wasn't good. Who was that? It was him, because this door's open. Oh, and now he's running straight for me. Oh, the werewolf is also running straight for me? Oh, that's good. I'm going in here. Goodbye. You can imagine when you can run down here and then a monster just crawls out of nowhere. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, really funny thing. What the hell? There's a building in the damn thing? What the hell? Did I do that? Is this the right level? I did do that. Am I stupid? I kind of want to do something to these windows too. Can I be real? Can I be real with you right now? I want to put some like leaks and dirt around all the edges and stuff. I want like a dirty texture to be on it. Hey HR, yeah, we're firing the new environment artist. Yes, I know. It happened again. What happened again? What happened again? We need to make those vents a little bit more interesting looking because they're a bit boring. The inside of them are a bit boring. Like they're just cubes. Like I think we can do a better job of it. I know it's just a block out, but I think we can do a better job. Also, let's go to that library level and let's lower the region for the audio volume so that it can encompass the vent as well. Can I only show selected? Because that would kind of help me here. Okay, and then we could just go into brush editing and select this and then do an extrude. Okay, and then we can show everything again. That's not the button, it's not Alt H. It's not Shift H, it's Control H. Okay, and now we have our little volume. Uh-oh, I've extruded multiple times. Uh-oh. And now we have the region for the vent. Yes. Yes, man. Fun Creep Friday. Hell yeah. We have fun here. We have fun here. We have fun here. It's true. Although the vents technically should have their own audio volume. So, we've got this audio volume over here. Hello, Corrado, how's it going? Okay, so let's put the vent audio volume in here. Yes. Yes. Very good. Yes, yes, very good, yes. Yes, I do say, yeah. It would be really cool to figure out, like, how did Lethal Company... Can someone explain, how did Lethal... What kind of audio system did Lethal Company use to do all the kind of, like, metallic reverbs and stuff like that? Is it a complicated setup that he did, or is it just, like, just a basic reverb? Just, that's what it was at the end of the day. I feel like there was a little bit more to it, though. It seems so good, man. It seems so well done. Okay. Spawn a library. Looking for library. Library in car 2. Roger that. Heading to car 2 now. Custom stuff and meta sounds? Maybe. We could. I don't know what we could do with it, but... Oh, great. How did the motherfucker have a large piece of coal in the briefcase and a stovetop, hmm? Guys, I don't know how I did it. But somehow I broke the entire gameplay volume. The entire reverb volume just broke. Um, extruding down here has caused the entire thing to break. I don't know why. Hey, Arlie, is this going to be a friend slap game? Yeah. I don't know why this is happening. Suddenly, our audio diffusion system just broke. And I have no clue why. Let's maybe go into brush editing and hit the optimize button. That usually fixes it. It's like, so the thing that's kind of funny, and someone is kind of true. Someone wrote a YouTube comment on the last video I posted. Is it's kind of true. This is supposed to be like a friend swap vibe, but because of the amount of effort I'm putting into it, I guess it's not really friend swap. But it's in the direction of friend swap. It's getting the vibes of a friend swap, but I still kind of put it within the realm of friend swap, because at the end of the day, I'm still aiming for the same vibe and feeling that other friend swaps have. It's just not necessarily like, it's not like 100% low effort, I guess, is the way that people like to word it, even though I don't think friend swap games are low effort, in my opinion. Game not done yet? I'm on my second friend swap already. It's just a co-op game at this point? It is. None of my reverb system's working. Oh, it is working. I'm stupid. Okay, the only reason why this is occurring is it is considering the track sounds as being on the inside now. Why? Well, because the volume is within the inside of the tracks. Because I'm stupid. Because I'm dumb. God, BSP editing is so shit! So it was working. It's just I did this incorrectly. Uh-oh. I would like to... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, fuck. I guess we could just move this up. No, ideally we would delete this face. Is that going to create... Should we fire whoever did this as well? It's me. It was me. Okay, so now that I deleted those faces... How do I create... How do I close this? Now you've left it a volume open? Yeah, I don't know how to close this. I literally don't know how to close this. Ah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, this is good. Okay, so now we gotta fix the, what if I select two edges? Can I create a, no? Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Create. Create. Okay, sorry, I selected an edge. My bad. Create. Flip. This is stupid. Pen tool to draw an edge in? I don't like the pen tool. I don't know what the fuck this is doing. Can I not just select all these verts and just create a face from it? Oh, I can. Why didn't it work? Why? Huh? 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 Do I have to select them in a specific manner? Yep. It's the way that normals are treated. So I think I have to select them like that. Okay, now I can optimize again. And then we're fine. Except for this being a separate, whatever, who cares? Who gives a shit? All right, I have fixed the volume. Wrong button, Control H. All right, good button. This is as cursed as Blender? No. This is more cursed. This is objectively more cursed than Blender. Don't even. Objectively more cursed. Won't tolerate Blender slander? Oh no, I'm okay with Blender slander. I'm just saying this shit's ass. Editing BSPs in UE is more ass. The controls are shit. It's just I don't want to talk about it anymore. You know what? Actually, I've decided I don't want to talk about it anymore. I've decided I don't want to talk about it anymore. All right, looking for library. Looking for library. Looking for library. Looking. Oh, hey, look at that. Ah. Although I will say, the vent reverb volume does not seem to. Oh, I have to assign priority on it. That's why. That's why it's not working. It doesn't have a higher priority than the original volume, which is probably what's going on. This has a priority of 0. So we need this priority to be 1. I don't know if the priority of this audio... I hope this doesn't fuck up the ambient and zone settings. If it does, I guess we'll just have to adjust these. Yeah. Hi. Shouting my name. I got really embarrassed and scared. Eventually left. I can't get my mind off it, though. Any advice? I don't know, man. You'll be fine. Did they threaten your life? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just go on a, just, you know, play some video games or something. I don't know. All right. Shout louder than them. Yeah, that'll resolve that. that surely that'll resolve the problem. Try the someone who cares category on Twitch, guys. Don't be so mean. Don't be so mean. Don't be mean. You don't know if a person's like going through some shit. You know what I mean? Wait, I didn't even check if the library is here. Oh. Oh, there it is. I got it. Second time's a charm. Yee to the haw. Okay, let's see if the ambient volume fucks up. Yeah, it does. Okay. I want to see, though, spawn item, sledgehammer. Yeah, it's more reverberated in here. I wish we could make it, like, more metallic sounding, though. I'm gonna have to change the ambient settings in there, though. Does this work? I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guessed as much. Why does it sound like you're pounding out a steak? I haven't put a proper sound effect for it yet. Hurry, go to the front of the train. Take this uranium with you too. Is this the front or the back of the... Where am I? Uh-oh. All right. I got a few things I need to do. So I'll see you guys on Monday. I think. Yeah. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. All right? I'm going to be busy this weekend, so I'm probably not going to get anything done on this project over the weekend. So Monday we'll be back on it. Back on the road again. Yeah, back on the road again. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for looking, chatting, sticking around. Don't forget to check out the game on Steam. The Steam wishlist the game on Steam or whatever. Check out the new video or something or whatever. And yeah. Have a great weekend, all right? Take care. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. And eat your protein, okay? Eat your protein and your veggies. Veggies and protein. All right. All right, all right. I'll see